Today, I'm going to give all of you a complete beginner's guide. Well, it might not be complete because there are sometimes I miss stuff. But if you do find that I missed something, please let me know in the comment section because I'm going to be trying to go over everything that starters should know in Dandy's world. Thank you for watching. When you first start the game, you will be given the option to choose two tunes. Boxton is more of an extractor tune. Basically, his ability is this tune gains 6% more extraction speed for every tune alive in the round. The extraction is what you need to do with these little things that when you go in the elevator, you will go down 2 floors. And all the floors have a set amount of machines that goes higher and higher the higher the floor you go. On like floor 1 through 6, there will be around 5 machines. I'm going to show you them later after I show you what Poppy does. Poppy has a different ability which has nothing to do with extracting. Poppy receives a 50% speed boost for 3 seconds when attacked. There are monsters in the game called Twisteds. There are many different kinds of Twisteds. There are a few tiers of Twisteds, like common, uncommon, rare, and main characters. Main characters are one of the rarest Twisteds you can encounter. I have 100% research on every Twisted except for mains, because they are one of the hardest Twisteds to get, like I said. There are a few main Twisteds that have only been out for a certain set amount of time because it's a seasonal, like Twisted Bobette, which is a main, Twisted Cole, Twisted Ginger, and Twisted Rudy. Rudy is a common Twisted, Ginger is uncommon, Cole is rare, and Bobette is a main character. You can't get these anymore unless I think until the next Christmas. So Poppy is more of like, if you like running away from the Twisteds because you can't really handle them, then Poppy is the tune to choose. You don't really do much to help your team with Poppy, and most people just reject the Poppies, but that's okay. You can, if you get mastery on Poppy, you can get Louie. Louie costs only 1,000 ichor. Hold on. To buy tunes, you need to go over to Dandy's shop, which is in the lobby. When you spawn in, you'll spawn in over there. Dandy's shop is right here. You click open shop and buy tune licenses. I cannot get any main tunes, but you guys can get all the other tunes if you have the set requirements for them. Some tunes have certain requirements, like Glisten. You need 2,500 ichor and 50% research on his Twisted version, which is Twisted Glisten. All the different Twisteds have different abilities. All the common Twisteds have no abilities to help them in anything, but they are sometimes different. Like Tisha, she is often spotted moving from place to place, spending a considerably long time cleaning up the floor. Interrupting her work would not be wise. Basically what Tisha does, she just stands around in the middle of the floor and doesn't move until she's done cleaning. For tune, you can use an active ability, which is called Tidy Up or something. And basically, there's going to be a little icon in the corner, the bottom right corner, which you can use. And it basically, tunes and other people who are around you will get a speed boost for a short amount of time. There are also a few kinds of tunes like Cosmo. Cosmo is one of the 3 healer tunes. There's Cosmo, Ginger, and Sprout. For all the main characters, you must have 100% research on their Twisted version. Like I said, getting 100% research is pretty tough. If you want to get 100% research, I recommend using a toon called Roger. Roger has a passive ability, which means there's no icon to click on when you're using him. Roger gets double the amount of research when there's twisted. There are these little things called research capsules that you will find on floors. Here, for around 15 seconds, you'll be able to choose from a variety of trinkets. For trinkets, you can buy them in Dandy's shop, or you get them from getting full research on Twisted. Right now I'm doing a round. Basically, this is the elevator. There's a TV over here which shows Mastery. If you click on View Stats, you will see Mastery quests. On Louis, I've already completed all of his Mastery, so I got his Vintage skin. There are many different kinds of Twisteds, like I said, and machines. These are the machines I was talking about. Machines. Boxton is one of the good starter toons if you like doing machines. You walk up to them and you click Extract Ichor. That is a skill check. If you click the skill check in the golden bar in the middle, it will add a slightly amount more extraction to the machine. But if you fail it, hold on, that's a Twisted. That is Twisted Poppy. She has no abilities to help her whatsoever, and she can literally do nothing but chase you down. If you saw me run around the table, that was to cut her line of sight from me. When she cannot see you for a certain amount of time, she will give up chasing you and walk away. Some mistakes that people make is wasting their stamina running around the circle. You can go around a larger object, but it makes it harder for them to not see you. This is Twisted Connie. She is a toon that likes to haunt machines. Basically what she does is she goes inside the machine, and then if you go inside, and if you try to extract it, she'll make you take damage. Connie is a passive Twisted, which means she won't hurt you unless you do something that makes her mad. Most of the other Twisteds, won't. They will hurt you on sight. So that means if they see you, they will try to hurt you. Like I said, extracting is something to do when you're not distracting. Distracting means you actually want this Twisted to follow you. That means you have to have a distractor toon. When you finish the machine, the bar above you will go up. There are 4 machines on this floor. I did one, and I have to do 2 more after I finish this one. See, Connie goes inside the machine, and she makes you think that there's still a machine unfinished. If you try to extract it, she'll slap you. She's mean. Whatever you do, if you see Connie go inside a machine, or don't try to extract it. But if you see the light flashing red and blue, that means that she is inside it. I'm going to do this machine, and then I'm going to show you some of the other mechanics of the game. Sometimes when you finish a machine, your toons will say something. These don't really mean anything, but it's still kind of cool to see what they will say. Louis just now said, "Anyone watching? Haha." It doesn't really mean anything, like I said. These are research capsules. When you pick them up, you get iCore and research. He said 1% Poppy research picked up. That means that there's a Poppy on this floor. There aren't any other Twisteds, I think, except for Poppy and Connie. There are some different capsules, though, like a Roger capsule. The tapes around the capsules you see here, that means it's a normal capsule. But if you pick up a capsule and it doesn't have the tapes around it, that's a Roger capsule. He's basically like the Roger toon I showed you earlier, but he pops up and he tries to hurt you, just like other Twisteds. That is another passive Twisted. He does hurt you only if you do something to make him mad, like pick up the wrong capsule. I got Connie research. These are tapes. Tapes are things you can use to purchase items from Dandy's elevator shop. Not the shop in the lobby, his elevator shop. Right now I have 26. You get tapes for encountering Twisties and finishing machines. Now I have 31. You can do machines, and there is another one over there. Once I finish these machines, I have to go inside the elevator, but if the time runs out and you're not in the elevator, you will die. I only have 3 hearts, but even if I was on full health and I didn't make it to the elevator, I would still die. Every Twisted, no matter what, only does 1 heart of damage. They can't do any more damage than 1 heart. Every toon has a different ability, a different passive ability. Louie doesn't have any active abilities. He has a passive ability called Heart of Helium. Basically, this ability is the more damage he's taken. Basically, I'm on 2 hearts, so I'm faster. If I was on 1 heart, I would be one of the fastest toons besides Pebble. Louie is a very efficient toon to use. Like I said, you need to complete Poppy Mastery. He is a common toon. You should get Poppy if you want Louie though, but I recommend getting Boxton so you can get more Ichor. Ichor is the main currency of the game. Ichor you can buy toons, trinkets, and skin tickets. Instead of wasting all your Ichor buying skins to make your starter toons look flashier and cooler, like Boxton's Cloudy Dream or Poppy's Sapphire Dots, don't buy skin tickets. Wait till you get a better toon, and when you're done, then you can get skins. This is panic mode. There will be an arrow to show you where the elevator is. Twisteds get a slight speed boost when you're in panic mode. When everybody's inside the elevator, in this case it's just me, the elevator closes. This is Dandy's elevator shop. If you don't buy from Dandy for a set amount of time, he will get angrier and angrier. Protein bars and air horns, they're not good. Basically, an air horn, if you use it around a Twisted, all Twisteds will come to you, even if it's chasing another person. There are different stats like stealth, stamina, movement speed, and extraction. Louie has... there's also skill check. There are many different maps to explore. They are all different, and every floor, the machines will be scattered in different places. There's Twisted Poppy, and I think I saw Twisted Boxton. Those two also have nothing to help them. They don't have any other abilities to help them try to kill you. There are different Twisteds like Goob and Scraps. Scraps is a very dangerous Twisted because she can use her tail to latch out and grab you. So can Goob, but Goob pulls you towards him. I will show you these Twisteds later, but I'm going to finish this floor first. There's Boxton. That is Twisted Boxton. Like I said, if you fail a skill check, it'll make a buzzer noise and alert Twisteds in the area to go to the machine that you failed the skill check in. When you're playing as Louie, there are different things you can use called trinkets. Trinkets can customize your gameplay like the ones I have in my bottom left corner. In my bottom left corner, I have the dog plush, which is in my first trinket slot, and Speedy Shoes, which is in my second trinket slot. You can also find various items on the floor, like chocolate. There are tons of items that do a ton of different things, but I don't really have a lot of time to explain them now. See how Louie goes faster? Because I'm on 1 heart and I have speed trinkets, I go way faster. This Louie is a distractor toon. which means he uses the Twisteds and leads them away from the people who are extracting. The most people who can join a round with you are 8 people. I just ate the chocolate. The chocolate increases your max stamina by a bit. It makes you go faster, and it also regenerates a tiny bit of stamina. That's the tutorial for floors. Now I'm going to do a tutorial about Twisteds. The Twisteds you saw in the other floor chapter were Poppy and Boxton. Poppy was the Twisted that was pink and blue. Boxton was the purple Twisted. Connie was the one who went invisible and attacked me while I was doing a machine. This is Twisted Boxton. When you get 100% research on him, you get a trinket called the blue bandana. Trinkets like these give you increased extraction speed. There are many different kinds of trinkets that you can get from buying or completing research on Twisteds. There are many different Twisteds, like I said, and they are all very different. This is Twisted Connie. I also have 100 research on her. She is uncommon. That means you won't encounter her as much as the other Twisteds. Her trinket is Ghost Snakes in a Can. Basically, it reduces your active ability cooldown by 5 seconds. Louie, I said he has a passive ability, which means there's no icon to click on because he has no passive ability. There are a bunch of toons with active abilities, like Brightney. Brightney's different. You can only use her ability in an event called a blackout. Basically, on blackouts, the whole floor goes dark. All of it. You can barely see around yourself. But toons that glow, like Brightney, Connie, and Rudy, those guys glow in the dark. Also, Astro, which is in Dandy's shop. I don't have 100% research on him, that's why I can't get him. But he does glow. Brightney's ability is to make all Twisteds visible on the floor, but only in a blackout. Rudy's active ability is where it makes him dash forward and be really cool, basically. He just dashes forward, just like Flutter. You cannot get Flutter, Ginger, or Cole anymore because they were seasonal toons. I think you can only get them during the Christmas season. I hope they come back next year so other people can get them. They do not cost iCore. There are toons with active abilities. Cole can sniff out items on the floor. Connie can completely disappear for 5 seconds. Cosmo can heal others. Flutter and Rudy have the same ability but different stats. Finn has a passive ability called Reel In. You gain a speed boost when anybody completes a machine for 10 seconds. Finn is also a pretty good toon, but I wouldn't recommend getting him. Normally, you should probably save up for Roger. Roger, like I said, gets you 2% more research on capsules that you pick up. When you get 100% research on a Twisted, I said already, you get trinkets. The Twisteds I was talking about earlier, this is Twisted Goob. He can hug you. I could call it a hug. He will stretch out his arms and he will pull you in to hurt you. Scraps, his in-game sister, is similar to her brother Goob in terms of abilities. She possesses a snake-like tail that she can outstretch and attack toons from a great distance. Scraps and Goob are both very dangerous Twisteds, but the good part is that they're rare, so you don't see them often. The bad part is that they're hard to get research on. This is Roger. Roger is also the Twisted I was talking about earlier. The capsule he has in his hand is the one that you might find on floors. they have no tapes around them. So if you see a capsule and they don't have those tape lines around them, don't pick it up. That's Roger. There's also Glisten. Glisten is one of the only toons that is passive and then attacks you when you're in panic mode. Panic mode, I already talked about when you're running to the elevator. Well, basically, you have to babysit him, which means stay close to him. There will be a bar above his head, and he will be calm. But when someone finishes the last machine, and you're in panic mode, he goes cuckoo bananas. So if there's only one machine left to complete, please get away from Glisten unless you want him to, absolutely slaughter you, because he is ridiculously fast. If you have no stamina and you don't have a fast toon, you are screwed. Try to get to the elevator as fast as you can and leave him alone after a while. If you let his bar go up and you don't take care of him, even if you're not in panic mode, he will still go cuckoo bananas. So please stay with him until there is one machine left. The main characters possess different abilities. When Twisted Astro sees you, he will give you an effect called Tired. Basically, it lessens your stamina regeneration by a bunch. Also, the skill checks I was talking about later, if you fail one and he's near, he will chug the machine halfway. Bobette, like I said, is a seasonal character and you can't see her anymore, but it's still nice to have an explanation. Basically, if you pick up an item, she hears you pick up the item and she runs to your location. It is not advised to pick up any items unless absolutely necessary. Dandy. Dandy is a very, very special Twisted. If you don't buy from Dandy's elevator shop a few times, there's a chance on floor 8 and above that he will spawn. He is the only Twisted that can completely one-shot you. Like I said, all the Twisteds can only do 1 point of damage except for Dandy. That's why he's a lethal Twisted. The other mains like Pebble. Pebble is one of the fastest Twisteds in the game. And it's hard to run away from him if you have lower than 3 movement speed. And you have no trinkets to help you go faster, he will catch you. He is very scary, so if you get Pebble, try not to get seen as much as possible. Twisted Razzle and Dazzle is another passive Twisted that I talked about. He has a circle around him made of red ribbons. You can walk inside the circle and pick up items, but not when he's standing up and awake. The only way you can wake him up is by sprinting inside the circle. If you see the circle, don't sprint inside it. That wakes him up and he hurts you. Shelly. Shelly is another main character, and basically she gives you slower extraction speed, which isn't really that bad, but is still kind of annoying. Sprout is very different. He spawns spikes or tendrils from the ground to hurt you, but they're very easy to dodge. All you have to do is just keep sprinting. Don't stop or run inside the black tentacle thing that you see coming out of the ground if he's near. He is slow though, so it's kind of easy to run away if you have 4-star movement speed. V is also pretty different. She doesn't have I don't think she has more speed or she's slower than others, but she makes ads pop up on your screen. Basically, it's just like the bunch of little squares getting all over your screen, and you have to X them out, I guess. Get rid of them like normal ads. And basically, it just obstructs your line of sight so you can't see. These are a bunch of Twisteds. They don't have any special abilities at all, the other ones. But Toodles is scary. Basically, she just goes faster. Not Pebble fast, but she goes fast. There are a bunch of different trinkets that help you with skill checking, like the magnifying glass. When you complete a successful skill check, adds more completion to a machine. Not like half more, but like a little bit more, which is kind of useful. But it decreases your skill check size. There are 5 different skill check sizes, basics. Boxton has 3-star skill check, Brightney has 3, Cole has 2, Connie has 2, Cosmo has 1. They are all very different size skill checks. There's also the thinking cap, which increases your skill check size. There's also a bunch of speed trinkets. If you can, do anything you can to not use brick. Just don't use it. It's really bad. It makes you slower. Clown Horn gives you more walk and run speed by 10% on odd number of floors. You shouldn't really use this because it's kind of useless. If you're on an even number floor, it does nothing and just takes up trinket space. There are the ribbon spool. It gives you more walk and run speed on even number of floors. Like I said, with the Clown Horn. Don't equip it if there's an odd floor. Don't even equip the both. I mean, you can just get like dog plush or speedy shoes that make you go faster. Vanity Mirror makes you run faster during panic mode. I don't think I want to explain any of the others because there's a bunch more. Like all these miscellaneous ones. Anyways, that's pretty much the whole guide you have. Twisteds, trinkets, tunes, floors. Yeah. That's pretty much it, I guess. Oh yeah, there's also codes. If you need iCore, just put in iCore. I already used this, but I think it gives you like 50 iCore. So, yes. You can also play with 8 other people, like I said. But there are sometimes mean people in Dandy's world. They reject you, they make fun of you for having a bad tune, and overall, just ignore them. Their opinions don't matter, it's yours. Please don't be a bully. Also, if you want to join a run with me, just friend request me. I'm Squidget Foompy. I will do a beginner tutorial run, maybe on Saturday. I don't know what exact time, but I will do it. I hope you found this guide useful because there are lots of starter people out there who have no idea what to do when you're trying to do something productive. Like there are some starters where they just run around and do nothing and get them and other people killed. I hope this guide helped you. Also, to spawn Dandy, just don't buy. Don't buy. If they say ABC Dandy Run, then don't buy. If they say ABC Main Hunt, ABC Normal Run, ABC Long Run, then you can buy. There are tons of other runs that I don't want to explain right now because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So I hope you found this guide useful, and I hope that you can share this with some other starters if you already know all of this. But if you do, that's nice. You watch my video. Thank you, everybody. Bye.